Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Extreme Bronco Live Wednesday night here at 8:30. What's up, Mr. Gavin? You having fun today?
Yeah.
Doing your kid stuff outside? Nice or not? Yeah, you turn the TV off. So, what's going on, everyone? Hope everyone had a great weekend. I know we did up in Detroit, Michigan, and
Yes,
that's
that was very fun.
that was fun. You like that? So that's going to be the highlight of tonight.
And I got to meet Esteban
Again,
in person.
yeah. Well, that's like how many times now?
Two.
2 or 3? It's 3.
Yeah, 3.
3 times. Yeah, you got to meet Esteban 3 times there. And got to say, a great guy. You know, he came up and said hello to us, hello to Gavin, and remembered us from last event. And that was pretty cool. So, hello, Mr. Esteban, if you're watching. We appreciate you.
Hello, Pez Head.
Yeah, hey, let's actually go through the list. So normally, what we're gonna try to talk, especially when we have a guest, talk to our guests and then get into the questions and the comments after that. Of course, tonight we don't have a guest, so hit the comments out there, ask your questions, comment, whatever. Gavin and I will probably try to just answer them.
And since we don't have a guest, I don't have headphones.
And that's a good point. And we have pictures. So I want to show you something pretty cool and a lot of the Bronco Raptor. So with the Bronco Raptor, you know, we've seen it in the pictures. Gavin and I have been lucky enough to see it in person. How many times now? Twice now. So Supercell East. And then again this weekend.
And we saw it driving too.
Yeah. So this weekend was different because we actually had it in front of us, behind us, beside us, and there was a major technical error. Do you want to talk about that? Poor Gavin was trying to film this Raptor passing us and us passing the Raptor, and what happened?
So I filmed it, like the timer started.
Right.
It was on normal video, not photo, not slow-mo, not time-lapse. Normal video, I filmed it passing us, or us passing it, and then I hit stop. It didn't register.
Right.
So, but I still got some good videos of it.
Well, and I'll tell you what happened. So I made a error, I guess you'd say. We had to top back. We left, and we'll talk about this. Let's try to go back to the beginning. So we went to Jeff's Bronco Graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
So the Bronco Nation set up Friday for several different places to go see. First of all, they did their camping. Then they went to an off-road park. Gavin and I got in not Thursday night, but Friday morning, but just say Thursday night, Friday morning, we got in at like 3 a.m. So we were just fried. We were ready. We needed sleep. So we got, 3-4 hours sleep. We got up, got coffee, skipped breakfast.
2.5.
Yeah. And you got your stuff there and we headed, cause you couldn't go to sleep. So we headed over, we put in GPS where Jeff's Bronco Graveyard is. And you're in Detroit, first time there. We're lost. We're just going down the interstates. Construction everywhere, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Construction city.
Construction. Somebody told me up there, I've actually had 3 people that live in Detroit tell me it's either winter season or construction season.
2 seasons.
Yeah.
Construction and winter.
That's right. Good memory, dude.
And, back to the 5 a.m. thing. I couldn't fall asleep for like 2 hours, and I finally fell asleep around 5 a.m. Woke up around 7:30.
That's right.
I got like 2.5 hours.
All right, so we're heading down the interstate.
I will be right back.
We're
have to go get some cool stuff to show you.
Okay, yeah, go get your cool stuff. So we're heading down the interstate, and we're just we put it in GPS where we're going, and we took the exit, and wouldn't you know, we ended up like right in the middle of the line of Broncos that was headed from the off-road park over to Jeff's Bronco Graveyard. So you couldn't have asked for better timing. And I felt like I was cutting into the buffet line, right? I felt bad, but when I came up, you have to get over it. So someone let me over there. That was pretty cool. We went there, they lined us up, took a nice photo. The people at Jeff's Bronco Graveyard were awesome. I mean, just really nice. And then the people there with the Broncos we met, some of you are watching tonight, hello, even if you're watching later. And by the way, I do want to thank you if you're checking us out live right now, and also if you're checking us out in replay. Whenever you're watching this, hello, we appreciate you being here. And if you like what you hear tonight and you like the pictures I'm getting ready to show you, hit the thumbs up for me. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. That would do great wonders here on YouTube. Actually, the thumbs up is critical because the more thumbs up we get, the more YouTube shares it to other like-minded Bronco fans and drivers and people interested in off-roading in general. So we get up on the line, we get to Jeff's Bronco graveyard, we get parked, we have the photos, and then there's a Bronco Raptor there. And the young lady driving it with Ford, really nice, showing us around, letting us look into it. Similar to the one we saw in Supercell East, but the difference here, this one's on the road, this one's running and driving, and everyone can see it. Signal lights, headlights behind you, turning, bouncing on the roads up there to see how the stance of it is. It's one thing to see it driving, and when you're hitting these bumps and you're making all the transitions, see how the body moves on and suspension works. It's actually pretty interesting.
So
What you got, buddy?
I cannot find. So one of the things is the bottle openers. Did we leave them at the hotel?
No, we can get them later. How about we show that next week? We'll do show and tell next week. Since I have to have the pictures here.
A lot of stickers.
Oh yeah. No, we have that. No, because Bird Dog Overland was nice enough to give us some stickers and a patch.
And we also got a Bronco Corral sticker from Bronco Nation.
Yep, we did that. We got that. We got a windshield sticker. We've got some Velcro PVC stickers. All Terrain Nation gave you a keychain.
Which is on your dresser.
Yeah. We unpacked everything there. So anyway, we did that. And what was cool was after lunch and after a meet and greet and getting to talk to everyone, we headed from Jeff's Bronco graveyard to Michigan Assembly Plant. Now, this was really cool to, sort of geek out on that whole thing, right? To see where your Bronco's built. And it's a big facility, but as manufacturing facilities go, I understand it's not that big.
Yeah.
But the plant is over to the right-hand side. The mod shop where we were parked was on the left-hand side. And it was very cool, but we made it from Jeff's Bronco graveyard to Michigan Assembly Plant through traffic and construction and everything. And it was really cool seeing that Bronco Raptor beside you. And I will tell you something, it's kind of menacing to see it behind you. It's wide. Those amber ring and bar lights are very intimidating when it's behind you. So it was very cool. So we get there, we line up, we do a photo op. And what did you think about that whole experience? Was that fun?
Yes, it was very fun. Because we got to see Bronco Raptor R. We got to see a couple GTs, Mach-E, Shelby Edition, new Mustang.
Hey,
we got to see a lot of cool stuff.
Do you want to say hello to everyone right here? Let's start here.
So, hello, Nick, Bronco 78,
Dirk Connor. Nick.
Yep,
Nick Kefkin.
Yep.
Let's see. Sorry, Nick. I hope I said your last name right. Jason K. What's going on, Jason
Kyle,
K? Kyle.
Hello.
Howdy.
Steve. Hello.
Steve P. Hello.
Pesthead. Hello. Nice to see you. We saw you at Ford's Garage.
Yeah, and Steve, thanks for that. Yeah, I have some really cool pictures here. And like I said, look, if you're friends with a lot of people on YouTube that like the Bronco stuff or off-roading, hit the share button, share the stream. Let's get the word out because we want to grow this. And as we bring in some cool stuff, man, I think it's going to be cool. And actually a little bit of I actually met some really cool people there we'll talk about tonight. And here's a comment here. It says, Pezhead123, hello. It was great to meet you, by the way. Sweet looking Bronco you have. Absolutely done up well. When you match the color of your Bronco and your cooler, you're top shelf in our book. So.
And so Mobile Moto, I met the one and only Gavin.
Yeah.
And met the one and only Mobile Moto, which was cool meeting you and Pezhead and anyone else that we met. It was a very cool experience. And yeah. So Jonathan, sorry if I pronounce this wrong, Folds.
Yeah, Jonathan.
Just Jonathan. Hi all. Hello.
And you know who that is.
Overland,
that's your buddy there, Tim.
Tim, hello.
What's going on, Tim?
What did I win? You want a shout out?
All right, Bronco 78, and we're going to keep going through the list. Bronco 78, you know, read that. Gavin, what was your favorite part of the Woodward Dream Cruise? Now think hard. You don't want to under or oversell it. What was your best part? Because we had a lot of laughs. Like, that did my soul some good going up there. We just had fun. And I want to talk about Detroit too, and about my impressions of going and then after. and I think it might surprise
So
some
the
people.
Dream Cruise was like driving on the strip. So that was cool because I got to see.
You hear that?
That was
Incoming.
awesome.
We have a C-130. That was a C-130 flying over. They're
okay.
spraying for mosquitoes here, and they fly right over the house. It's fun.
Like
It's fun.
20 feet.
Yeah, it's fun. You can count rivets, by the way.
Yeah.
But go ahead. What was your favorite part?
So it was my favorite part of the Woodward Dream Cruise was seeing all like the old cars and meeting some really nice people. We met some really nice people.
We did actually.
Just like driving by, so just say hi and stuff. They were real nice. Yeah, seeing all the old cars.
We got to see Mobile Moto's Bronco.
Yeah, we did. And
the only one there to use the stay bar disconnect, by the way.
Yeah. Bronco 78. Yeah. So Bronco 78. Oh,
here you go. There's Tim.
Tim Kearney. It was nice to meet you and Gavin. Having lunch at Jess was fun, you guys.
Yeah, it was. We actually had a great time there at Ford's Garage, and we definitely have to make this thing a yearly thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Dave and Kelly, I think originally started talking about it over at All-Terrain Nation, and then Tim, and they were gracious enough to invite Gavin and I, and we were.
Can I say what they're calling it?
Huh?
Can I say what they're calling it?
What? No.
Okay.
No. Not yet, man. Not yet. So next year, hopefully we can do it again, and it'll be a bigger meetup. It'll be, we had a great time. We really did have a good time. It was very nice meeting everyone, by the way.
Jonathan Foltz, that is true. Winter and potholes.
Winter and potholes, yeah. So I don't know if we'll be up there in the winter. If we do, we'll fly in and have a driver and fly out. I don't think I want to rent a car for in the winter. I can imagine. But I will tell you, I was impressed with most of the surrounding area. We actually got there. We'll talk about that. We got there kind of late. Gavin was supposed to be sleeping in the backseat of the Bronco, but
early because it was like 3-4ish. And by the way, Kyle, what accessories or mods did you see for the first time at the cruise?
So there was
flaps.
There was a lot of suspension. I saw a lot of suspension parts.
Yeah, there was a lot of new suspension.
The doors, the cutout doors on a red 2-door that was there. I forget the manufacturer that makes them, but
like the ones that are
in the reveal.
Yeah,
the one that was in the reveal.
So on the cyber orange one, 2-door on in the trailer. It has like in the doors.
The little cutout.
Yeah, and it looks cool.
Yeah, and so that was the most memorable because it's kind of something we were looking forward to. You saw it on the reveal,
it's
right?
Kind of something that you don't see quite often.
No, I've never seen it.
And also, you don't have to like look under the car to.
And actually, Pez Head 123 is the one that told us that it was there.
Yeah.
Because he was parked over in that area there, and we definitely had fun with everyone. Jessica Dunn, hello. Say hi to Miss Jessica Dunn. Hola.
Bronco 78.
But hold on, let's get back to Kyle's. Can we talk about that? Yeah. So we did see a lot of communication stuff. Tim and I were talking about that last Wednesday about GMRS, CB, stuff like that. I did see a lot of accessories there. I actually saw something for the first time. We're new to off-roading and overlanding, and so there's a lot of this stuff that people have seen for years, but we haven't. Bird Dog Overland had this really cool setup where he had the gear shade, but then there's also this net in the top. It's like an attic. They call it, where you can store stuff. I think he had the mobile fridge, the mini fridge there, which is a really, really cool. I did see his video on YouTube about that, by the way. And if you're interested in one of those coolers, you might want to check out his YouTube channel. That was very interesting. And by the way, just overall, a very sweet Bronco overlanding rig at its best, wouldn't you say? Very tough looking. Oh, you got lint on you here. But it's just a cool time. And other than Gavin being sleep deprived the first night we were there because we left late.
Lord, I was so grumpy.
Work call.
Like, I don't want to leave.
You were grumpy. I'm glad you admit that. Let's see. Broncos.
Back to Bronco 78.
Yeah, Bronco 78. You want to go ahead and answer that?
Have they started delivering any Raptors yet. I don't think so.
No, they have not. So there's a lot of them built.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them without build dates, including ours. Also, there is some talk. I don't know. There's, like I said, it's not been reported, so I'm not breaking news. This is just a rumor, and it's a rumor for some pretty good sources that there may be some Bronco Raptors for 23. Well, there'll be the 23 Bills, but I mean, some of the 22s may be pushed back. Don't know that yet for certain, but it's possible because, we're approaching that October end of production for 22 deadline pretty quickly. And it just depends on everything happening. But there is a potential. There is a potential that, some of them could be into 23. We'll see. And maybe not into 23, but maybe 23 Bills. That makes any sense. So right at the fall of the year. We'll see what happens there.
So G. Willikers, howdy. TJ Miller, hello.
Or TJ Mill 3R.
It's meant to say Miller. Well, I think it is. Most of the time.
See, Steve P said Gavin rocks. A lot of people said that this
Thank
weekend,
you.
man. You had all the attention.
Thank you.
I was your driver.
So Tim Trene, driven short. She gave us a ride at the Henry Ford Estate in the Dearborn in the Raptor. It was awesome. Can't wait to see yours.
Well, Tim, that's very awesome because I didn't know anybody got to ride. That's cool. I'll tell you, it's just, and I've got some pictures here, so just hold on real quick. We've got some pictures that I want to show you.
Good pictures.
And it's just different, right? Seeing it out on the road, hitting the potholes of Dearborn, and I know now, remember the test facility where they bounce them around?
It was rough.
It's like entire roads were test facilities.
It was driving on a waffle, is what Dad said. I
said that driving to the event. I said, well, if you rode across a waffle, but look, I'll have to say this. I met, I'm just jabbing you with the roads and stuff. I mean, if you live there, you know it. It's nothing you don't know. I met some really cool people that live in Detroit. Mm-hmm. And I think Gavin and I were just super impressed and go from there. Let's see. Jessica Dunn. I haven't had the Bronco a whole week, and yet mine is just shy of hitting 1,000 miles.
Correct.
Love it. Well, Jessica, you're just running the wheels off it then.
I'm guessing 940.
Well, check this out. So
940.
Most people on the internet. Oh, wait a minute. We got some super chats here.
Those were down below.
Hey, down below here?
Because they have to be.
Well, here, I'll tell you. Let's start that. Hey, Tim, thank you very much for that super chat. That goes a long ways, and we definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate it.
That's because Gavin is awesome. Dwayne, you're not so bad.
I hear it. Well, I drove in there, so that, credit or something.
So,
Andrea,
hello.
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 Andrea's got the very cool photos going. Andrea, I was going to comment today, and I got tied up. You had an old car you were over on Instagram. You took a picture of, and I'm loving the pictures that you're doing. I think if you're on Instagram, you could share your handle. I don't want to mess it up. I mean, which one? But you've got some really good pictures going, and you seem to be, traveling more. I thought we traveled a lot now, and you're always on the road. So congratulations. But seriously, thank you for the super chat. It goes a long way helping us finally get moved over to the other side of the room. Today everybody will be happy to know I was at Apple, and we have a really, really sweet high-tech system coming online very soon. And I'm excited like a kid in a candy store, and I can't wait. All right, let's see.
I'm getting my new accessory for my bike, which should be coming in 2 days.
Yeah, I hear you. Oh, you are getting something there. Can we talk about Broncos right now?
Maybe.
And then we'll have Extreme Gavin new bike talk one night.
Extreme bike overlanding.
Mobile Moto. The Bronco Nation display was dozens of count. I've heard 275. But so I did see that 275, right? So there was two parking lot. There was a road to a neighborhood, and it was parking to the right-hand side and parking to the left, and it was full. Both of them were full. I don't know how many were there, but I know Gavin and I got there. I don't know, probably, when did we get there? 9? I think we got there like 9 in the morning, Saturday.
Around 9.
And so they were parking us. There was actually 2 people that had left right about the time we got there. And I think that the rotation, right? people going in and out, in and out. And I'm assuming they counted that way, but there was a lot of Broncos there and a lot of Broncos leaving. I don't know what the count was, but I know there was a few, to put it that way. Oh, let's see, Bronco. Any word on what the quality control issue with the Raptor, keeping it from being delivered? So I was talking to someone that knows. Watch out, that'll make noise on this table. Another reason why we're moving into another table. I was talking to someone.
Don't get glass tables for streaming.
Yeah, no. It's like a stereo. It's like a woofer. But anyway, so quality control issues, they're still learning the process of building a little bit different vehicle. And what I mean by that is they have to rotate the rear shock plate up. I did find out for a fact the Broncos go down the line with the 37, so it's able to fit. But what they have the rear squatted down slightly, and they do that by moving the shock mounts down. When it goes to the mod shop, they have to roll it up, bolt everything into place, do some QC there, or checks anyway, QC checks, right? Any graphics, anything like that. There's not a lot you can actually order on a Bronco Raptor, by the way. A lot of people don't realize
compared to the normal.
I mean, code orange seat belts, and whether you do the leather and suede interior, or you do marine grade vinyl, the MGV, and then depending on the interior package that you go with, there's not a lot, the graphics, no graphics. But there is some thing, and there was mention of maybe some fender stuff, and they said nothing big, like technically it could leave, but the goal here is to have them leave and not have an issue. And they were sincere about that. And that's why I could appreciate that. And you could tell that, some of them could be shipped out. And here's the thing, you might suddenly wake up one day and see over on Bronco 6G or Bronco Nation or whatever somebody's posted, they got theirs at their dealer. Oh, here you go. So in the comments, I think that was a Hup Mobile. Yeah. Andrea put his handle over there on Instagram. You want to see some photography, some really cool pictures? Go check it out. Look in the comments right there and follow it. It's actually pretty cool. And keep them coming, Andrea. We definitely appreciate them, and they're interesting. Let's see. Jonathan said approximately how many new Broncos were at the cruise, and I think that's where Mobile had commented on. I think all over. I have no way of counting. I know that at any one group there was, how many would you say?
300 to 350.
So
that's how many.
If you look at the picture, and we've got one, we're getting ready to show right here. We were at Ford headquarters where we lined them up. I don't know how many was there. 30, maybe 30 or 40. You can count them in the picture.
There were not 30 or 40 at headquarters.
You think it was more? Okay. Well, we'll show the picture and you can count. How about that? So
not 300 there, but definitely a lot more at the mod shop.
Well, no, I think we're talking about, you mean the tour there. Yeah, because I think some people ended up there that weren't at Just Bronco.
Yeah, they were just like.
I think we actually.
I going to there just to go there.
I'll never forget there was a person there with the top off, doors off, in an Area 51. I think, what was that? Outer Banks.
Can we do that in our area?
Yeah.
When?
Soon. Gavin just giving me the once over about taking the doors off. But they were turning a corner, and I mean, like literally was almost up on the curb looking at all the Broncos. I don't think, well, they knew about the Woodward Dream Cruise, but I don't think they knew about that many Broncos was, going to be zipping through their neighborhood. So it was pretty cool. But it was fun going from Jeff's Bronco Graveyard over to Map. And I'll tell you, when you drove by Map, it's a plant, you can see here to a point, everything's inside, but you got the smell of paint or whatever.
It's a metal plant.
Yeah.
Not a nature plant, a metal plant.
But it was pretty cool. We got to line the Broncos up, and it was neat seeing, that whole thing where they were built. I know it's kind of, for me, it's a bigger deal, and some people don't care, but like I said, it's pretty cool.
They just go there to go there, some people.
So Tim said, I saw that they're coming out with an off rodeo for the Raptor. So yes. So last year we were able to talk to someone, and they said it's like a rodeo. It's also like that driving experience. Really, you really get to see and know, and there should be you should be catching a lot of air there, right? With the joust bumpers or the jump bumpers, to be able to try the suspension out, understand the cool stuff about it. But yes, that is going to be a course that's been in the works for a while. And as the Bronco deliveries get close, then there should be some hard announcements on it, even though there's some kind of hinting out there, I know, online. Let's see. Mobile says, I have a domestic 62 quart refrigerator at the foot of my RV bed. I kept cool drinks in. Yeah. So there was, and there was a few Broncos there. Like I said, I didn't comment on all of them that had, the fridge and things like that. And, some of this is common sense and some of it's experience. But one thing that I like that Bird Dog Overland said was, maybe plug it in. And he said this in his video, plug it in and get it pre-chilled before you go. And it just makes, when you put your drinks in the night before or whatever, and then you go, you're maintaining it at that point. Right. Mm-hmm. Now, when you put in new stuff, obviously it's going to be more of a load, but let's get back to the Bronco. Amount of extinguisher like Bird Dog Overland. So, okay, Kyle, good deal. Yeah. His Bronco's like straight up overlanding rig 101. I mean, it looks really good. It was the first, I've seen pictures, I've seen it on video, but I was parked right next to it at Ford's garage. And so you really get to study. It's pretty cool. And of course, Dave and Kelly's Bronco over at All Terrain Nation. Cool enclosure in the back. I love the winch setup in the front. It's not sticking up really high. The front bumper's really cool. And I've seen the Bronco before, but you see it over and over and over again, and you start trying to figure out, what are you going to do to your Bronco? And I think that's the biggest thing for Gavin and I, which on the Area 51, I have to get his approval, since that'll be yours in 6 years, right?
Yeah, which I think you should do solid stripe instead of the one you're doing, but...
TJ Mill 3R said, I own a Mustang and the aftermarket is endless. Bronco's going to be the same way. I agree. Of course, the longer this goes, I mean, we're just over a year of full production. And I don't even know if it's would be full production, because June, July, I mean, it's been ramping up. So let's just say just over a year of production. And yeah, I mean, the more Broncos get out there, the more people start doing stuff. It's pretty cool. I'm gone in 60. Hello, everyone. What is going on? Let's see. I think once Ford catches up, the Bronco aftermarket is going to explode. Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of people out there that, and they're always cooking up ideas. I was talking to someone and they didn't like something and they were going to try to figure out a way to make it. When all of those organic ideas turn into products, and if they actually see it through, if I was a manufacturer of parts, then I would constantly be working the crowd to say, hey, if you have this really cool idea and don't know how to implement it, contact us and let's partner on it, type thing. I would be doing that in a heartbeat.
I'd be like, come on, yep.
So if you hear all the clanking over here in the back, that's Gavin's two-door Area 51 Badlands non-Sasquatch. All right, let's now look at the wheels, dude. Yeah.
And the fenders.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not to scale.
Is that capable bumper?
That is, no, see this? It's the modular bumper. See the removable end cap?
Is that what we have on ours?
And yeah.
The blue one?
You know that. Mom has a capable. Come on, dude.
I forgot all.
I know.
I'm brain dead right now. I don't know anything right now. My brain fart. There.
So Joshua George said, I saw you guys at the Dream Cruise and you were filming, so I didn't want to disturb you, but hello. Oh, man, I wish you would have, because I'd love to meet you. Thanks. I appreciate you being kind, though, but definitely love meeting. And Gavin and I talked about that. The cool thing is when we see comments back and forth and we're interacting on the internet, and to be able to meet someone in person, it's very cool. And I don't know, for us, we just, it's just something we're something we truly enjoy. Let me put it to you that way. Iconic Bronco. Hello. I didn't see your comment. Oh, let's see here. We got to go back to the actual top. I spent the winter 2015 in Ann Arbor, and I don't recommend it. Mobile, I hear you. I can imagine. I talked to Michigan, it's a city. I talked to a lot of people up there, and they told me it was it was a struggle sometimes. Let's see. Come here, buddy. We're going to show some pictures here. I want to get your input on that. Steve P, I was hoping to have my Bronco and make the trip next year. Hopefully you will have your Bronco for sure. All right, so there was some rumors up there. Rumors being that people that work where they should know. There's possibly some extra cylinders and some Broncos running around right now.
Hmm.
What is that all about? I wish we could have an announcement, but nobody would tell me anything. They just can't comment on future products, and we get that.
Rubbing my non-existent beard.
Let's see. I think I don't know how to pronounce that, but is it Mabed, or if that's Mabed? Sorry. And IAG, which I can say that, are solving a lot of the problems that Ford didn't so far. Yeah, and you know, so another thing, it's we know it's a new vehicle, right? And certain things are tested a certain way, but I foresee things constantly, little tweaks in the Bronco happening each production line. I wouldn't be surprised. With 22, we added Ford added the sway bar, right, on the Sasquatch and the four doors. I wouldn't be surprised if you see something different like that. It's really not announced. When we start reviewing them and filming everything under the creation, and all the bolts, then we'll start to see these things that are new, to the Bronco, right? And just like the sway bar, we looked underneath, said, "Hey, wait a minute, what is this?" And I think you're going to see a lot of that. And then some things will be publicized as much.
Can we get to the pictures?
Andrea said, "I don't think they have the Sasquatch package models, Gavin." Yeah.
Can we get to the pictures?
And I don't think so. Who wants to see pictures? Gavin?
Me.
And we'll get back to the comments as well. So let me go ahead and do this. We're going to switch this up a little bit. How's that, Gavin? All right. So this was obviously our Bronco, Dave and Kelly's with All Terrain Nation, and Tim's Area 51 Badlands back there. And we pulled up on this little area here in front of Ford headquarters. That's the big iconic glass building behind us. Hang on, dude.
Picture of the Raptor R.
We did not get a picture of the Raptor R. That was where Jay Leno was, and it was a little crowded down there. Yeah, it was. All right, here we go. Here we go. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. All right, so Ford GT, a little bit different than the Bronco
now,
stuff.
That looks very short in that picture. It's actually very long.
It's very long.
It's not that short. That looks like a 1-year-old thumb. That's how short that looks. It's very long.
Would you say a 1-year-old what?
Thumb.
All right. Well, speaking of the thumb, can we get
the video, please?
That's right. Can we get a like on our video tonight? I would greatly appreciate that. Let YouTube start showing other people right now that are looking for something good to watch on the internet. Here we go. So this was a cool picture. This is that map. This is when we first got there. We backed up to the whatever road they're on there in Wayne, Michigan. And so, there's the top down, and I didn't finish telling my phone story. But you can see the hot chili pepper Bronco Raptor there next to us. Thing is actually pretty cool.
And
we
saw, speaking of that road, I saw a bunch of Broncos manufacturers going to the test facility to test them to make sure they're good to go.
Quality control.
Like seats still covered. Everything. Yeah,
that Bronco right there. Just look at the stance on it. And I know you like the fender, don't like the fender's flares. I get it. But it just has that, So
the cars in these pictures look very short.
They do.
I don't know why, but they're very short in these pictures.
Well, that's what I tell people a lot of times. Like when I did the Heritage video, that was at the Bronco Nation Corral. When you see it in pictures, obviously you see the color, see the design, but it's just different when you see it in person. It just has that little bit of thing. One I couldn't help to notice was when this was behind you, you'll never forget it, right? Those amber ring and bar lights, they really stand out. There again, looking at a picture is one thing, driving down the road and looking in the mirror and seeing it. And, 1 minute it's beside you, next minute it's behind you. And, you're just like, hey, where'd it go? Now, this was the coolest Bronco there.
Go back to that.
Go back to here.
So, and I said about the Raptor, like behind you with the amber headlights. I said to Dad, if cars went to school, then that would be the bully.
Yeah. Well, you did say that. And, all right, coolest Bronco, 19. What you did a video on this for us. What is that?
1974.
1974. Very good. Heavily modified, as you said in your video. And I didn't tell you to say that. Very impressed with your knowledge of this too. So, Concours stock and Resto Mod. So this would be sort of a Resto Mod. There's a lot on it, original and a lot of aftermarket. But the cool thing about this, and I didn't get a picture where I zoomed in, but that wrap on there is, it's a tribute to our fallen heroes of our country, law enforcement, soldiers. When you see the individual pictures there, you just really, you start to, well, we started to think, man, what a tribute that was. And I think this was being raffled off.
Yep, it was being given away. And All-Terrain Nation, thank you for that $5 dono. Hello.
Dono.
Donation, same thing.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Dave and Kelly, for that. I appreciate that, All-Terrain Nation. Here we go. Michael Cooper. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the party. All right, so front of Ford headquarters. Now, we were originally behind the front row of Broncos, and then they asked the ones in the back to kind of move to the left side and the right side. So we moved to the left side. There was
there weren't many in the back.
You could see just over our hood. There's a hot chili pepper red Bronco that was there.
There weren't many.
I think they had a top down as well.
And yeah.
Yeah, and I think that picture there is just cool. If you think about in that building, pretty certain in that building, I would think so, that a decision was made to bring this vehicle back. So, why not get your picture there? But it's iconic. You always see it. The design center is down the street from it, a lot different type of building for certain. And here's the cool thing now. And it was, I don't know, I was in high school, sometime, I think junior high or high school, but I did a biography on Henry Ford. And I remember pictures of Fairlane, his estate, 1,800 acre estate.
I think it was 1,600.
It was 1,800.
It was?
1,800.
But on the sign, it says 60.
Well, there's a sign on the property that says 18. Do we have a bet going on here?
We are driving back to Michigan tomorrow.
No, there's a way we can find this out on the internet, sir. We don't have to do all that.
Look at my GoPro footage.
We can do that. All right. So Fairlane here, they're in the process of restoring this and making it so, from what I hear, you'll be able to tour the inside, but right now it's just the outside. We had the luxury of pulling around the driveway and under the portico, and that was a really cool picture there. I just thought it was just the coolest thing in the world, right? To be able to park right there. And the Bronco Nation, by the way, I didn't say it earlier. Maybe I did to a point. That Friday that we had the Jeff's Bronco thing, we had Michigan Assembly Plant, and then we had Fairlane and then headquarters. It was really fun. Yeah, Tim said, "Hey, I was there." Yeah, you were, Tim.
Were you in one of these Broncos?
Yeah, in this picture. Is your Bronco in this picture here? Because I can't tell here.
Yeah, just let us know if your Bronco's in that picture.
Oh, there you go. There's Mason. I'm the kid that
Mason. Hello, I remember you.
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, that was at headquarters, right?
Yep,
out in the parking lot.
You.
Good deal. Well, hi, Mason. How are you? All right, let's see here. Phenomena said a little. Yeah, so that architecture there is, I'm in, obviously, the business I'm in, it matters to me. I like watching this, seeing this stuff and checking it out. It is very, very cool. We wouldn't build anything like that around here, but we could restore something that was built maybe in the 20s, 30s, or probably not 40s, but this was, early 1900s, 1915, 20, 30, somewhere right in there. I don't know when this house was built, but I would say that style was typical.
1,300 acres.
Is it 1,300 acres?
I saw that on the sign, but I thought it was 1,600.
And I thought it was 18. So there I am adding. So we're both wrong.
Yeah.
So we owe Tim $5.
No, we owe, but
Tim, Gavin will mail it to you.
Oh, each other $5, and we
yeah,
owe
that's
Tim $5, and Tim owes us $5, and everyone owes each other $5, so we all pay nothing.
Good deal. Oh, Tim said, I'm going to Vegas off rodeo. Awesome. You're going to have fun. Of course, I haven't been to Vegas, but I've been to Texas, and I just know it's one of the coolest events. If you're hardcore, off-roading, then, You might like it, you might not like it. We were there with people that go wheeling all the time, and one of the things they said was, hey, okay, I've been doing something for a while this way, and I realize now it should be done that way, type thing. So there's that. Some people don't want to go. Some people may not learn anything, but we learned a lot. Of course, my daughter and I, and then Becky went for the all women's event with Kelly with Untitled Nation. Gavin's got to cut a couple more trips around the sun, I think, and then you can go with us. What, like 2 more years maybe. But anyway, let's get back to this other picture here. We couldn't stick all the pictures on here. It was, it's kind of awkward. But you look at this view. Now, this is not a direct side by side because what am I? 2 spots away. I'm 2 spots away, and
1 spot. Well, one spot in between. So technically 1 spot away.
All right, let's count them. 1, 2.
No. 1.
Hey, how about a comment? Am I 1 spot or 2 spots away?
We need
who
to
wins
settle
this?
Yeah, who wins? Me or
Yeah. And
I'm
don't
with
agree
1,
with
he's
him
with
just
2.
because he's the kid and you'll like him or anything.
Yeah, don't do that.
He's funny and all that. Let's see. Head to the Jeep invasion. Oh, so All-Terrain Nation said, sorry, I'm trying to read that there. What are you doing, bro? He said, we are headed to the Jeep invasion. So, see, Mason said it. John Hines said, hey, what's going on, John?
If you count spaces between 1.
I don't want to get John in trouble, but he has a very unique Bronco.
He does.
He has some trim pieces on there that are perfect. Good looking Bronco too. The race red with the red accents, the lift on there is really sharp looking. So, let's see here. Well, thank you. So I got 2 in agreement with me. See, all right. Okay, Driven Wild Outdoors said 1, but I have a feeling you did that. Let's see, you're both wrong.
It wasn't me.
What? Oh.
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah,
That was a bet neither one of us win. So Gavin's always losing money to me, and I never have the heart to collect it.
No. That's
just one day when I'm old, you owe me. When I can't, like,
$10 so far.
You owe me. Let's see what else is going on. So overlanding, like I said, he said the 13. So, but anyway, so the Woodward Dream Cruise. What did we think about it? Gavin, come over here before you split. I want to know. So let's tell us our story. I had something come up at work on Thursday. So guess what? Couldn't leave at 8 a.m. and we were faced with about a 12.5-hour drive.
I had to leave at like 5 to go to your work.
Yeah, really early. We had something come up that I had to deal with, and I didn't want to worry about it all weekend, so it was worth leaving late. So anyway, we left around, 11?
Whoa.
Holy
crap.
Who was that? Is that Pezhead? Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Wow, $100 super chat. I really appreciate that. And actually, I need to go back and put them all up there. That is absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for that.
That is awesome.
Like I said, you're the perfect example when we get to meet someone that we've chatted with. It's just, it's really great. And for you to do that for us, that's really awesome. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate you.
I'm going to split you. I'm very tired.
Oh, you're not going yet because we have to tell the story. No, I know you're not. He's telling you the story. He's tired. Poor Gavin's sleepy.
I am actually tired because I've been bike riding all day.
Your computer's over there, and you've got ice cream downstairs. I know you. I know you.
Figured out today.
All right, good.
I've had 3 Capri Suns and a bundt cake.
All things bundt cake is one of them little cakes there.
Like not the big ones, a little ones. It was a confetti one. It was really.
All right, let's get back to the comments here. So I really appreciate that. Pez said 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. It was great. It's great meeting you, but really I do appreciate that. And I know Gavin does too. Here, I don't want you to fall backwards. That would be bad on a live stream. And by the way, you'll have your gaming chair when we're over there. So, more of a comfortable sit.
I can lean back and forward.
So Bronco 78 said,
my seat up and down.
Bronco 78 said, did y'all pick up any cool souvenirs at the Dream Cruise?
Yes.
We have quite a bit of stuff. So we have these really cool bottle openers. We'll show them next week.
Yeah, 2.
We have an All-Terrain Nation keychain, by the way. Bird Dog Overland gave us really cool PVC patch that with Velcro. So you go to the hardtop. Becky's Bronco actually stick on the hardtop or anywhere else inside. But as far as buying anything, the first place we went, Gavin didn't ask for a hat. What was up with that?
Where was it?
Well, you get a hat everywhere we go, but you didn't get a hat at Woodward up in Detroit. Ah, you want to go back and get one?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We are leaving tomorrow, 4 a.m.
And by the way, there's a slim chance, and I haven't told you this, there's a 10% chance that we'll be there in September back in Detroit for something cool. And we're trying
for my
birthday. It won't be your birthday present, but it'll be cool to go around your birthday. Not at the end. It's actually the second week of September. Oh, look at there. All-Terrain Nation got a Ford's hat. Ford's garage hat. We'll have to get one online. It's not the same when
so it's not the same, like, for example, buying like a toy online. It's the fact of like going to a store and buying it. Because then you don't have to wait.
You want to say hello?
Oh, hello, Vincent the Inventor. Hello.
Hello, what is going on? And let's see, what did Kyle say there? Got some cool send it like you oh, got some cool send it like you sold it. Yeah, in the mail today. Yeah, that whole send it thing. It's out there. Let's see, but Tim, let me know. Driven Wild Outdoors. Let me. Yeah, so I will let you know if we go. It'll be if we go to be for a 1 day kind of a thing. So we'll be there one evening. So right after that, it would be cool. So I will let you know. When will we know? It'll probably be even as late as 2 weeks from now.
Sunday is September 30th.
What is that? Oh, yeah. The end of September, we're going to have sort of a little party for Mr. Gavin here. Let's see.
And I know what I'm asking for my birthday.
Oh, so the send it like you stole it stuff is from Overlanding for Fun. That is cool. Hey, Tim, why don't you post a link if you can in the comments so somebody can go check out your store.
Can I tell him what I want for my birthday?
Huh?
Can I tell him what I want for my
birthday? Tell him what you want for your birthday.
Traxxas Bronco, the 4x4.
And who had one?
Mason.
That's right.
Wait, no. It wasn't Mason. It was
I thought it was Mason.
No.
Oh, it wasn't? Oh,
he
man.
had a little one. It was. I didn't get his name, but it was.
Hey, hold on 1 second for him, bud. All right, so everyone watching right now, if you wouldn't mind, would you hit that thumbs up? Help YouTube spread this stream around and say, hey.
Why'd you have to interrupt me to say that?
Because we noticed the view. Because the why do you, man? You always love picking on me, don't you? Because, as Gavin wants me to say it, viewer count goes up and down, right? And I want to make sure we mention it while we're up there. Just please share it because there's a lot of people don't know what we do, and we do it every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Little man goes back to school soon, so you'll be abbreviated. Maybe what?
Getting back
30
to that
minutes.
School sleep schedule is.
I know it's rough. We'll do it right there. But let's go back up here. You're going to go back up here. So let's go back. I'm going to go back through the chats, by the way. I don't have a producer tonight. So, and All-Terrain Nation, the $4.99 super chat, I do appreciate that. How fun was it hanging out with Dave and Kelly and Tim?
Very fun. Because.
Hey, the mic's over here, homie.
But I want to be over here.
Come here. No, seriously, tell everyone how it was.
It was very fun. There you go.
Can we finish telling our story and then I can move on?
Yeah.
So we leave around what, 11:30?
Yeah.
We
stop at Kroger to get food.
Gas. No.
That was for the camping trip.
That was for a camping trip. So we got I think I was already gassed up. No, we got gas and we hit the road anyway. So we made it to West Virginia pretty quickly. And then our trip kind of slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
We went across the Point Pleasant Bridge from West Virginia to Ohio.
It feels like you're driving across the United States going from
Ohio's a long state. Yeah.
It's not even long. It felt on the map it felt like we were in the same spot for hours.
And there was a little bit of strategy too. We couldn't make it on 2 tanks of gas. It was just over 2 tanks of gas for it. Well,
yeah, like 4 miles.
Yeah, like 4 miles. Yeah, you're good memory, dude. So we decided to stop in Ohio and fill up so that
And I got Chick-fil-A.
So that we wouldn't. I was in West Virginia, so we wouldn't get into Detroit at 2 a.m. and try to get gas.
You're like rolling into the hotel.
Yeah, I just want to roll right into the hotel.
Gallons.
So we stopped at a Pilot truck stop in Ohio, and it was one of the cleanest places. I mean, Gavin made a comment that
there are showers in the bathrooms for like truckers and stuff.
Yeah, in the hallway. So you pass all these doors that are showers, then you go into the restroom. But I mean, the place was clean. It was awesome. It was good. So we filled up there. We made it in about 2:45 a.m. And little man here doesn't like care that people are sleeping. So he's rolling through the hall with the luggage cart and all that. So anyway, we got some sleep.
Rolling through the hall. Don't even make me sound like the bad guy here.
Yeah. So we got we got into our room like 3-4 hours sleep. We hit Starbucks, then we did the Jeff's Bronco graveyard thing, then went to Map, then we went to Fairlane. If you just saw the pictures, then we went to the headquarters, and excuse me, sir. And that was it was a fun time. It really was. And so I think and Tim, thank you for that super chat once again. I'll put it up on the screen there. And that was the Bronco Nation set all that up. And all we did was just follow. So a big thank you to the Bronco Nation for that. I really appreciated that. Some people get into that, some don't. I mean, me, yeah, I just liked it. There was one thing about going into Detroit. I didn't know what to expect. And Gavin and I were amazed how many trucks, these transit companies that run around that place at night. And I guess that's on demand or on time.
2 truck and trailers carrying pontoon bases. For like pontoon boats, either tiki boats or pontoons. Yeah.
Well, that was in Ohio. We kept seeing those go by.
There were so many truckers just flying by us.
But in Detroit, when we welcome to Michigan sign, you get past that, we really started seeing a lot of the trucks, and I'm assuming that was because the on-time manufacturing, the last minute moving around of everything every day. Seeing the different Ford plants that you can see from the interstate. So we went by Flat Rock, which is initials is FRAP, Flat Rock Assembly Plant. Cool thing, they build Mustangs there. And I think they build a few other cars there, but they do their stamping, production, everything. It's a pretty big plant. Just past that on the right-hand side, I forget the name of that one. Someone lives up there can tell me, but it's a stamping plant. It's a Ford stamping plant. Then you get a little further up and you see another one. And it was just cool for us to see the different facilities. And there's a lot of industry there, a lot of smokestacks. It was really cool to see that for us. And so we get to the hotel, we stayed, a little bit further, I guess it was west of where we're going. And we had a really good time, and always an adventure everywhere you go, but it was a really good time. So, let's see here. Let's go back to the comments. But I was really impressed, and there was something about the Motor City, right, capital of the world, where a lot of vehicles that I've driven, probably the majority of the vehicles I've ever owned or driven, came from Detroit. And there was a sense of one thing I really liked was the sense of ownership. The vehicle, it didn't matter who you were, it didn't matter your background, it didn't matter anything. It was, you had a common interest, and it was cars. Whether it was heavily modified, it was a hot rod, it was more aesthetics or stereo system, or I even saw a homemade car there, literally a red box, and I don't know if it was metal or plywood, but it was road ready. It had license plate on it, so I don't know what it was made out of, but he was cruising down the road with that. Literally everything. And so, for a car person, a car guy like Gavin and I, we loved it. We absolutely loved it. And Gavin's given me this, meaning he's got to go. Why don't you say good night and goodbye to everyone?
Good night. Goodbye. I'm sorry I would stay further, but I'm tired and I just laid down for a second.
All right. Give me a high five, dude. And
Good night, everybody.
but anyway, so good night, sir. Have a good one. Thank you. But yeah, Gavin and I had a great time and experiencing that. And so for me, it was my first time in Michigan, first time in Detroit, and it was the first time being around all that. So it was cool for me. If you live there, I get it. It's the the shine's gone or whatever. But I just thought it was very cool. And to see the Michigan assembly plant where the Broncos are built was pretty amazing. But hopefully I'll be able to check out Flat Rocks before next year. That's the goal anyway. Let's see. Tim said, with overlanding for fun, I saw a lifted four-wheel drive Pontiac Fiero. I didn't see that one, but it wouldn't surprise me. Bird Dog Overland, I will tell Gavin you said that. And I don't know if you're here earlier, I was commenting on your Bronco. I was actually bragging on it. It's like a nice, very, very nice rig. And I liked your video on the fridge there, by the way. I want to stay in touch with you. If you like it, if and here in maybe a month or two, we might pick up one as well, because we are in the market for that. Let's see. Bronco 78 said, I lived there in the suburbs until I was 7. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Dwayne, you didn't feel unsafe being a long life Detroiter. You would be surprised how many people ask about the unsafe areas. Shake my head. No, I didn't know what to expect, right? Because when I used to watch the news, you start to create your own beliefs in an area or anything else in this world. And being that I've purged myself from watching something that is so divisive, then I start going places and I start checking it out. And I didn't like being on the interstate at 2 a.m. with my son, but that was, because that was partly because I didn't know where I was, right? Never been there before. It's close proximity. Those trucks, I mean, they were in a hurry, obviously, to get product from point A to point B. Honestly, I didn't. We went into town, we did our thing. We had a good time. So no, not one bit. Not one bit. And Pez said 1, 2, 3. I'll tell Gavin you said that. Thank you for saying that. Tim said, to Bird Dog Overland, I have tire envy now. Yeah, I mean, when you see your Bronco, right, sitting on 35, sitting next to 37s and a lift and the gear shade and the mini fridge and the attic, the net. It's like, the ands add up and the ditch lights. It's like, okay, I got to get busy. I got to start modifying our Bronco. So yes, Tim, thanks for reminding me that. Let's see here what we got. Tim's Bronco 78 Detroit gets a lot of bad press, but there's so much history there. There was, and I was, like I said, it was part of the me geeking out thing, right? I don't get too excited in life anymore, right? I mean, other than my family, everything is almost predictable. I guess of the few things is Bronco community and meeting people in the car community and going different places and meeting new people. That would be the excitement. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have fun in life. Not an issue there. There's no shortage of that in my life. But what I'm saying is it was just cool thinking back to the 91 Mustang GT that I bought new and, I ordered it and got it in April of 91. It came from that area, right? It didn't come from, I don't think it came from Flat Rock, but it might've been Michigan Assembly Plant. Who knows? But you start thinking about all the vehicles you've driven over the years and whether it's a Ford, GM, Chrysler, whatever, probably came from that area. I actually got to meet some people there. I made a really good contact with someone that is in sort of my technical department of things that I follow. So I'm hoping that's really going to pan out and help me understand some stuff here in the near future. People that are around future products. That's kind of cool, right? Seeing there was a vehicle going by with hoses hanging out of it and test ports in the side and a big computer inside. It was obviously a manufacturer doing their testing. That was cool. I mean, to me, that was just like, well, it happens, but when you see it in spy photos online and then you're almost next to one in a light, it's a whole nother deal, right? But it was pretty cool. Overlanding for Fun said, I saw the Ford and Chrysler. I saw Ford and Chrysler presence in the area, but no presence in the area. I think I need new glasses, Tim. There was I didn't see a GM plant, but I did see a lot of GMC pickup trucks or some type of General Motors pickup truck. Might have been a Chevrolet, but I think it was GMC on car hauler. So it's around there somewhere, or they're brought in there. Tim said Woodhaven stamping plant. Yep, that was the stamping plant that I saw. So when we were leaving Detroit, it was on my left. And then I don't know how far down the road on the right was FRAP or Flat Rock Assembly Plant. There was a lot of rain when we left Sunday morning. We left kind of early. I ran through rain about 8 hours of rain. Our total drive was 12 and a half, 13 hours, somewhere in there of driving. It rained for like 8 of those hours. So I was done with it. A little bit of hail we went through, no damage to the Bronco, but it's just like, good grief. Oh, let's see. Overlanding for Fun said, fortunately, Gavin is still short enough. He was walking. Yeah, the walking under the cloud of smoke. So there was some smoke there, wasn't it, Tim? I mean, it was a little everywhere. Let's see. Did you have to stop and charge the Bronco? No, I did not. No, that's a good thing about putting the gas in it and rolling. By the way, our MPG on my 21 2.7 average, if you believe the telemetry, is 20.2 miles per gallon. And I do get accused of driving like an old dude, but I drive it. Let's see. John Hines said Ford's Garage t-shirt, only bought souvenir. Haha, was the rest of the freebies. Yeah, John, that was pretty cool there. I was so, busy catching up with people. We were eating there for a while. I did feel bad. I went inside and ate, and I said, okay, next year we do that next year. If we do it there, which I hope we do, I'll get there a little bit earlier and eat before, we all meet up. But I think it all worked out. We had a great time. I'm still showing this picture here. Actually, let me bring me back. How about that? So the Bronco Raptor, seeing it on the road, seeing it running and driving and and people just staring at it. And, how lucky is it to be able to, that's your job, is to drive it around for the weekend. It was cool. I didn't get any information on the oats. That was something that was not even a wink. There was like nothing on the oats. So it's one of the best kept secrets so far. But I will tell you, there's a lot of test vehicles running around that you'd be surprised. And I'm going to just go ahead and predict now. I don't have anything in, proof, but there'll be a Bronco Raptor R, a V8 Bronco Raptor R. It'll be a 23 limited production and very, very pricey. That's my prediction. But I think it'll be a 5-liter. Obviously it's, I think it's pretty cool. It'll be a mass produced engine, how typically the engines are built. The only engines that are built differently right now at Ford, from my understanding, would be the niche line at Flat Rock, and that would be the Predator engine. So it would be a good engine. So that's just my prediction. Who knows? I'm just a guy on the internet, probably totally wrong, but there you go. Oh, let's see what else we have going. I appreciate everybody staying with me tonight. If you don't mind, please hit that like button for me. It really does help YouTube spread the word. I do appreciate the super chats tonight. You guys are awesome, and they mean the world to me and to Gavin as well. And it just helps us with our channel, do fun stuff, and definitely appreciate it. Let's see. So Mobile here says Ford's defunct Dearborn assembly plant, DAP, produced more than 6 million Mustangs for nearly one half of the 90s. Okay, so that's probably where I was built there. Okay, so production ended there May. So Mobile said Ford's defunct Dearborn assembly plant, DAP, produced more than 6 million Mustangs for nearly one half of its 90-year history before the production ended there Monday, May 10th, 2004. Well, thanks, Mobile. You're getting down to the day it ended. Wow. 80-plus-year-old plant designed by Albert Kahn was torn down in 2008. That's known as the B building in the Big River Rouge complex. It wasn't a car factory until it opened in 1918. Wow. In the Rouge, you think about, I was thinking when we were at Fairlane at Henry Ford's house, I'm sure There was some pretty big decisions. There was wins, there was losses, there was stress, there was happy, there was whatever. Just imagine at that house the things that came out, like the ideas about the Rouge. And I don't know if the Rouge happened before Fairlane was built or which came first, but all of that type stuff, you just think about the decisions. And you can look back on it now and say, well, of course it was a good decision. But at the time, that stuff is stressful, right? Making that decision that somebody can say in the future, well, of course it was a bad decision, or of course it was the right decision. But you're the one having to make the decision. Henry Ford did a lot of that. He was, I don't know, I'm a fan, that, no secret about it. But I don't know, being there at the house, thinking about the Rouge, thinking about the company as a whole, I just thought it was pretty cool. So Bronco 78 said, my grandmother retired from DAP. Well, thanks, Mobile, for the info on that, because I guess that's where the 91 was built, and probably, well, the number's there by 66 as well. So if you go back and check the lineage by using a VIN number, the cutoff was, I think, 68 or 69. I probably can do enough digging and find out some more information on my car. I have some of it, but and it was originally sold to someone in Georgia. And this is on the 66 GT, but I want to try to find out some more of that information, but I appreciate you mentioning that, by the way. Let's see. Overlanding for Fun said, Bird Dog Overland and I went up for lunch before the meetup. Well, Tim, you guys were smart, because I got there and then started talking and then realized I needed to eat something. And then I met the gentleman there that he has technical knowledge, let's just say that. And we started talking about some stuff, and that went for like 40 minutes. So that was a conversation I couldn't cut short. It was pretty cool. So, and I promise I won't mention his name. Let's see here. But, Pezhead123, need to do the Ford Rouge plant tour. I want to do that. And I'll tell you, when we come up there in September, it looks like right now to be for a duration of 24 hours, if it happens. And hopefully I can pull this off, but that'll be second week or so of September. But I definitely want to go back with the family and do the Henry Ford Museum. I forget the town right now. I'm drawing a blank. Was it Greenwich Village? And then the F-150 plant, which is, I guess, is that what you're talking about? The Rouge, if that's where the F-150 plant is. So I definitely want to do that. But I'll tell you what, it was just cool being in Detroit, Michigan. Dave over at All Terrain Nation said, he goes, I know you're going to like it. And I guess that's when you're a car enthusiast, car, truck, automotive enthusiast, when you go somewhere like that, it's the history there. It's what's being built there now. And then, who knows what they're going to be doing in the future. There, by the way, and I couldn't get the picture in here unless I opened a new file, and I didn't have time tonight, but there was a Shelby Mach-E GT there. It was a concept, white, blue stripes, had a really odd hood on the front, some type of cooler in there, or some type of ventilation. I don't know what it was for. Could have been aerodynamics. Racing seats. I don't know if they were Recaro or who they were, but I didn't see the name on them, but there were racing seats in there. That, like I said, I'm not big on the EV stuff yet, but you see stuff like that and you can just see where the thinking's going. The 7th generation Mustang is getting ready to roll out. That'll be the second week of September. Coincidence, right? That's when I'm trying to get up there. It'll be rolling out then. Also, it's being advertised as being the last internal combustion engine Mustang, the last generation. So nothing definitive. Rumors 2025, some say 2028 of the last engine. We'll see. Things change, politics change, right? We'll see what happens when it gets here, but that's sort of the thinking right now. But there's a lot happening in that automotive space, but the Bronco does have some more trims happening. They're looking out as far as 2028, as far as design and how things are going to be implemented. You'll probably see small changes in the Bronco each year. It's not a total surprise. You already expect that. But I think there's a lot of good stuff coming. I think you're going to see a lot of really cool stuff, and I will try to do a Greenfield Village. Thank you, Peshead123. Thank you for that. I've got too many names in my head right now. Greenfield Village, definitely part of that tour we want to do. Jordan Epp, finally get to listen live. Well, we're here, and I appreciate you being here tonight. 8:30 every Wednesday night. And if you hear that little high pitched in the back, that is my puppy black lab. Let's see. Let me text somebody here and say, hey, what's up with the puppy? She'll probably be up here in a few minutes. But anyway, so having a puppy in the house is a whole nother. I can't remember the last time we had a puppy, and it's stressful. Mobile Motto, California is trying to finalize legislation that outlaws the sales of internal combustion vehicles in California and 5 to 12 states that accept insanity by 2035. Yeah, I'm all of the above, and I swear to you, I don't get into politics because that divides people, and that's a shame. It was one thing that was odd. When we were going through southwestern Pennsylvania and we were driving back to Virginia, we passed 2 or 3 pretty big wind farms. Gavin's is over 10 years old, right? He says, hey, Dad, why is most of them not spinning? Same direction, same wind blowing in the general area. 4 of them not spinning, 1 of them spinning, And I didn't have an answer for him. Maybe somebody will have some insight there, but he was asking me, he said, well, they all need to be generating electricity, right? And well, that's the idea. So I don't know. But the internal combustion engine stuff, I don't know. I just really like the gas powered internal combustion. I think the sound of it, when you go to Woodward and you hear the cars going up and down the road, you hear whether it be stock with a little bit of a muffler on it or a complete race car, there were more sleepers there than I could imagine. I mean, people that would get down the interstate and they were gone, but you wouldn't know it. And then there was cars that you didn't expect to hear a cam that big and a pipes that loud on a big Cadillac convertible, right? Huge car. And this thing was camming like my black Mustang, my 66. I was just, it was cool. Getting back to that, it was cool. And I don't like even the thought of it, not having those new versions. We'll still have them for a while, but I don't know. EV's cool. If it works for you, go for it. Buy it. Support you. I'll probably get something in the near future. And I say near future, 5 to 7 years out. To me, that's near. But right now, I just love the internal combustion, the ICE engine. So that's just my thing. Let's see. Bird Dog Overland going to COAR in a few weeks. Sorry, I need to pick back up on the top of the comments there. Yeah, and I think choice should be, if you want EV, go for it, get it, right? But I want gas, and so gas powered. And I agree with you, Mobile. I mean, it's just the way it is. Peshead123 said that the old car show there is awesome. Yeah, I think any car show around Detroit's going to be off the chart, right? Because I talked to a lot of people that either worked on a line or family members worked on a line. Some connection there, and cars are sort of in the blood there, and it doesn't matter. Like I said, there was people standing beside the road and they were laughing at something, and we were complimenting each other. They liked the Bronco, and I liked they had a Corvette and a BMW and something else. They're really nice looking cars, had them in a nice spot. And they said, it's a shame. And in our near future, we'll just hear a bunch of buzzing coming up and down the road. And he was talking about the EV stuff and how things are changing. So it's in the minds of everyone, right? What's happening. So, but anyway, like I said, I want everybody to do exactly what they want to do. That's my goal. Let's see. Stepped away for a few minutes. Let's see. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting into somebody's conversation here online. But is anyone here watching us right now headed to Overland Expo East? I think that's what it's called. It's going to be in Arrington, Virginia, in October. It's like mid-October. Gavin and I are looking to do that. So if anybody's going to go, let me know. We need to buy our tickets, I guess. I don't know if we'll go for the entire weekend or just, go for one night and then go do something else. Gavin's bid into to fishing, so Mobile said he may. So yeah, we'll definitely be there one night, maybe two nights. And Bronco 78 said think about going. I'd like to see you guys there, and if you go, stay in touch and try to. They say it's a big open field camping in and around some trees or near trees. So it sounds like a good event, right? You're not out in the woods and you're not in a public park, or campsite area. It sounds like a pretty cool place to be. The good news is it's only going to be, I think, like a 3.5 hour ride for us, maybe 4 with traffic. So it won't be another 13+ hour trip. Overlanding for Fun said planning on it. Yeah. So Mobile, I'm not on Discord. I need to, I guess, get with the program. I'll talk to Dave about that, but I am currently not on Discord. I do have, I don't know if you call it an account or something. I connected with him before on that, but I'll look into that. And let's see. Bird Dog Overland said never been, but heard it's fun. Yeah. And like I said, I think your rig, the way it's set up, will show very well there because it's like the overlanding Bronco. Let's see, Jordan, I'm usually working putting some roadblock mud flaps on the Bronco, so I'll let you know when mine comes in. Yeah, Jordan, thanks. I would definitely like to know how that goes. So, I think if I talked to several people over the weekend and they were kind of still frustrated, which I get it. They haven't received their Broncos yet or even a build date. And I think that, this fall, this next, the 2023 changeover, no new orders, I really think that's going to put a huge dent in what's left there. So hang in there for anyone out there listening, whether you're live or on replay, you haven't gotten your Bronco yet. It's right around the corner. So just hang in there. I will tell you, I drove actual drive time versus the trip, from leaving Detroit to getting home was 14 hours because of all the stopping or close to 14, but the actual driving was 12 hours, almost 13 hours, or 12 and a half hours, something like that. Believe it or not, I did not get tired of driving the Bronco. I've said it before and I know I'm a fan. Yeah, I like it, but there's vehicles that I like my F-250. If I drove it that far, I wouldn't want to get in it for a couple of days. Like I would be literally done with it because it's a good truck. I love it. It's great. It's got everything you can imagine in it, but it's solid front axle. It's suspension built, made to haul weight and tow stuff, right? So it's not going to be that super cushioning vehicle, right? The suspension, the seats are comfortable, but you feel the road in it. And that's because of the truck it is. It's a work truck. But the Bronco, man, you just cruise in that. It was fun. We, there, back when we were riding there, never got tired of driving it. So for those that have never driven a Bronco, that have one on order, believe it or not, I talked to someone like that on Saturday. I felt like offering them, hey, take a spin around the block, but I didn't. It's one of those things where when you get it, I think you're going to enjoy it. And it depends. You have Sasquatch, it's going to ride different than non-Sasquatch. Or if you have a base with the smaller tires on it, it's going to ride different there. So even the trim you get is going to matter. So I think the Bronco is a good traveling vehicle. That's in my humble opinion. And no issues with the 21. Well, I will say this. I had something weird happen when I changed the oil last week, which had nothing to do with the oil. I was in the garage after I was done having a cold one there, and the lights came on by itself. The headlights came on, and I actually literally had to go in and turn the headlight switch from the auto on and off to off. It happened, I guess, twice, and it hasn't happened since. So we're going to take it to a dealer and just have them look at it, probably a software thing. But other than that, it's the drivability. The thing is great. No noises, no issues whatsoever. So totally Totally good with it. Michael Cooper said, how long after you get your VIN can you see your window sticker? So someone else may have more of a correct answer on that. I'm going off of memory. I think that my window sticker came about 7-ish days or within 7 days of it being built. And I was built for, so it took about 3.5 weeks or 2.5 weeks, 2.5 to 3 weeks before when I got my VIN versus when I got my window sticker. If my memory's right. Now remember, this is a while ago and a lot's happened, but I think it was 2.5 to 3 weeks. And then we had the window sticker and then the Bronco was built. So maybe there was a 6-week window between getting the email and getting the, and the Bronco shipping. Of course, my Bronco went all over West Virginia, Ohio, a little bit of Michigan, a lot of Ohio, a lot of West Virginia, a little bit of Virginia until it landed here in Virginia. Yeah, so overlanding for fun. That's right. He said window sticker shows up 7 days before the blend date, and that's about when I got mine. But the duration between getting the VIN and the window sticker, I think, was 2.5, 3 weeks. Let's see. Did it. Kyle said, did it wake up to download an update? So, Kyle, that could very well be the case. It's still new enough with some of this technology that people don't really know yet. And it's definitely a video on it coming, in case it's happened to someone else. That's very possible. But you would think that it would happen to one night and not over. So it happened twice over 3 days, and it hasn't happened since. So I don't really know. There again, I have zero concern about it whatsoever. Just noting, that if you have that, and whenever I find out about it, I will, I'll let you know there. And Pezhead 123 said the same thing. Obviously, Michael, you saw that there. So, let's see what else we have going on here, folks. I want to talk to you about. Wait a minute. Let's see what we got here. Mobile said the headlight knob is annoying. Want it 100% off, not the glowing rings, not markers, not all off. Yeah, if you turn it off, which I know this now, if you turn it off when you get back in, crank it up, it defaults back to auto. At least mine does. So. Yeah, and another thing is you're changing the oil too. I almost forgot last time. Don't ever crawl underneath it with your key fob in your pocket. That's a possible disaster waiting to happen. Yeah, John said Bronco drives great, gas mileage well. I'm averaging with Badlands 35s, haven't done anything to it at all. I'm averaging 20, point whatever it is, 20.1, 20.2, something like that. I'm actually going to do a video on that because I did the trip meter, so you can tell the time, your actual run time in hours and mileage. And I took a picture of that for the thumbnail of the video, and I'm going to show it in the video. But the mileage for the trip was less than average, right? So you average your total experience with the Bronco or it goes back so many miles, but your average mileage, but then your trip averages that trip. And the trip average was less. Had a lot of mountains to deal with between Virginia and West Virginia. So obviously that's going to cut down on that. Also, some of the speeds that you're running in some of those places are a little bit higher. Speed limit was, 70 most of the way when I got off of 81. So, obviously you're going to run, Sasquatch, Badlands, 70 is roughly 2,000 RPMs, 2,100 RPMs, somewhere in there. That's not bad. But it's just constant, right? And then when you're going up hills, there's a lot of that speed changes and transmission shifting. And so there was that. So we had a good time. Gavin and I had a great time. We always do. We end up laughing so much that sometimes you just gotta pull over, get something to eat, and collect your thoughts, and just had a blast. We went across the Point Pleasant Bridge from West Virginia to Ohio, And I was telling him the old story there, and I said, there's two sides to it. There's, families lost family members there in a tragic when the bridge collapsed, and I think it was the 60s, and so it's nothing to joke about at all. Heartfelt, and it happened a long time ago, but still, people lost family members there. But then they did a movie, right, about the Mothman. It was the Mothman something story chronicles or whatever, and there was all these stories about it, and I told him about that. So he gets my phone and he starts looking it up, and now he's freaking out about it. We go across the bridge and we hit a giant one of those V-shaped moths on the other side, and Gavin was ready to go to the hotel. He was done. He was like, you know what, let's just hurry up and get there. But it was a long drive from there, like I said, just entering Ohio all the way to Michigan. And you pass the Jeep plant, and I kind of thought we were in Michigan there. I was like, well, I haven't seen the sign yet. And then you see the Michigan sign, over the interstate further down. And I was like, wow, here we are. And then we get there. I was tired, physically tired. I've been up all day. However, I wasn't tired of driving. So it was a cool experience. So let's hit some of the comments, and we're gonna check out here for the night. Let's see. John Hines said, I did 14.4 MPG, 1,394 miles round trip. Oh, you have the 35s with the 4.46 and a 2.3 4-door. Got it. So different transmission, different engine, right? Completely different. So, yeah, like I said, we're up in that for the trip, 19 and some change. Let's see. I haven't got any emails, so I probably won't get a picture. So, Michael, I got the picture came in for my Bronco on the assembly line after I received my Bronco. So I don't know exactly when they started sending those out, but I know we took delivery of the 21 in September. I think September 26th. I would have to go back and try to find the email, but it was after I took delivery of the Bronco. So I wouldn't stress on that. It would, let's see, Eco or Boost. You can't have one, but you can't have them both. Yeah. The Eco Boost, when you're cruising, but yeah, when you're higher speeds, you're sticking your foot in it. It will ask you to donate to the gas fund. So, Jordan Epp said, basically his bill was the 29th and no sticker. Friend said he got his window sticker with the picture on them. Yeah. So I got my picture of my first Bronco after we took delivery. I'd have to check on the second one. I want to say that picture came in before the Bronco did. I'm actually almost certain it did, but I know in the first one, it was the other way around. Overlanding for fun. Yeah. Tim said to John Hines that I drive like an old lady. Come on, brother. I'm just trying to preserve the old Bronco. That's Gavin's Bronco. He won't let me drive it like that. Although from the Bronco graveyard to Map, there was acceleration getting on the interstate and keeping up. I mean, if you didn't keep up, you were going to be lost. I mean, we put in the GPS where we were going, right? But you wanted to hang with the crew. So I drove a little bit better than that. But I drive the black car, the 66 Mustang, a little bit different. So give me some credit right there. Let's see. Well, that's the comments there. But hey, I want to tell everybody thanks for the chat tonight. We're not going anywhere. Don't go anywhere right this second. But thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the comments, and hopefully everybody's hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Because we're definitely trying to grow our channel and a little bit more content coming out. I think Gavin was really excited. Gavin got to see an entirely different part of this automotive reviewing and enjoyment and having fun. And the wheels started rolling. He said, hey, let's do this, let's do that. So, and he truly had fun meeting everyone there, hanging out with Dave and Kelly and Tim, and we just had a blast. So something he'll never forget. The burgers, by the way, at Ford's Garage in Dearborn, if you're ever in that area or any of the restaurants, they have a few over the country, stop by, check them out. The decoration there is pretty cool if you like anything automotive, but if you like to eat, Doesn't matter what you like about decoration. The food was good. I mean, we had fun. Like I said, it was just a cool experience. So whether you're 10 or over 50, it doesn't matter. It's just a cool thing. And Kyle said, send it like you stole it. I don't know if Tim ever put that website in there. I didn't see it, but I know Tim has some products to sell. And now that we have our name changed, now we can commit to creating some stuff. And so there'll be some stuff happening here on the screen. Ryan Hemming said, have you heard anyone taking delivery of their Everglades Bronco yet? Ryan, I asked that question and I got the political, well, they couldn't just, they couldn't confirm it or, all that type stuff. But basically, I don't know. I asked a very pointed question. I didn't get an answer. I do know that on the Bronco Raptor, there's a little QC stuff happening. They mentioned there was some, and it was nothing bad, right? I think the person that told me said, well, they could ship them, but they want every single thing right, which that is cool. And I think, waiting a week or two, the idea was they were going to go out relatively quick, but we'll see. There again, there's a lot of people there, but no one has that, that book with that date and when they can definitively tell you. Someone knows, but it wasn't anyone we talked to. So I would love to know, but let's see. Yeah. There was also a color thing on the Everglades. I would think that, the switch over for the desert sand, I think, but could you build, any of the other colors? I think they're probably going to run them together. But Jordan was saying that his is an Everglades, and pretty sure none have been built before next week. I didn't get an answer. I tried on the Oats. I did try that. Is there any Everglades sitting around we can go see at least from the street? Can you ride back? Because at Map, if you're not familiar with Map, there's the big lot to the left, and there's other lots around. There's a really big lot to the left. The assembly plants to the right, and the mod shop, which is a huge facility. And then there's a lot to the left, and then there's the train terminals out back and docks, B dock, A dock, B dock, C dock, stuff like that. I know mine came off a B dock, out of the plant on the B dock onto a train to Virginia. So I think we need to do a video, by the way, on that sometime, because we have this printout of every single stop that it made. And, people that collect vehicles, they love that kind of paperwork. So if you ever sold it, it would be good to go with it. Of course, that Bronco, speaking of the 21 Area 51, that's Gavin. So that'll never go anywhere. Let's see. Airplane Mike, my Everglades is scheduled to be built next week, and I ordered desert sand. Congratulations, Airplane Mike. That is awesome. And definitely keep us in mind. If you get confirmation, or when you get the email saying it's been built, waiting on inspections and delivery, let us know. I would love to know that. So whether it happens Monday, Tuesday, probably wouldn't get the email until the following week, even if it was built next week. Let's see. John Hines, overlanding. I need to go back up here. Oh, overlanding for fun. That's what John was talking about. See, when you read the comments the other way, it's really hard to keep up with the conversation. Tim was saying that he was average 19.2 on the trip with 70 miles per hour. So Tim, you and I on that trip got about the same. I did take a picture. I'm going to show the picture. We were 19 and some change on the trip and 20.2 or 3, somewhere right in there overall. So maybe you drive like an old lady too then. Now, I've seen Tim drive, and Tim drives, man. He gets it done. Let's see. But I can't wait to see these Everglades too. You start to see people take delivery. I will say at the Bronco Nation Corral, there was a eruption green Everglades set up there. They had and I'll butcher the actual name, but it was like a canopy, like a lean-to, an awning. It was an awning, I guess, that hangs off of one side. They had the kayak on the roof. They had the roof mounts, of course. And they had some different stuff in there that really presented well as an overlanding rig. I know some people like the snorkels, some don't. I think it's somebody calls it a dorkle or something. uh, I'm going to be honest with you. I like the snorkel on it. I look at some of the videos with these guys down under, uh, Australia, South Africa, somewhere like that, and man, they have to have it for all the dust they encounter. But there is a cool factor about it. Um, I think definitely that overlanding vehicle. It just I like it. I was telling someone that I could, if I had the space and the money, for that one, we could do one. I'd like it, but that's not in the cards. But it's really cool. I haven't talked to anyone that is going to be ordering a Heritage or a Heritage Limited. I will say one thing, that the Bronco Sport Heritage Limited, I can see, and I guess they're going to build 1,966 of those. Oh, that's the news I have, by the way. Let me finish talking about the Bronco Sport, and I'll tell you some news I did find out for sure. But the Bronco Sport, I think, is really, you're going to see a lot of those. Like, there's already a lot on the road, but you're going to see a lot of those colors, the red and white, the Yellowstone metallic and white. It really, they did it up sharp. Whether you like the sport or not, it's irrelevant. The color combinations, the balance between yellow and white, it looks pretty sharp. But I did find out from someone at Ford that 1,966 two-door Heritage Limiteds and 1,966 four-doors. So you may have seen it, or both ways, or heard that already, but I confirmed it with someone that that's what it's going to be. And so that's there again. It's better than just having, and there may be other tweaks in that number, but 1966 two doors, 1966 four doors. So there you go. Hopefully that'll clear something up. But you're going to see a lot of those Broncos as well. Some of them will be sitting in a garage or a museum, and some of them will be driven. I can imagine someone's going to take one off road and have fun with it, but most of them will be, saved for the future, I think. And let's see what I think that was it. Dream Cruise was a win. My first time. I'm by no means an expert, but I went with an open mind. I didn't know what to expect, how cool the place was going to be. And, I left wanting to go back. So Gavin and I will be there. Hopefully everyone that went with us this year can go, and a whole lot more, but we will be there next year. And hopefully, like I said earlier, we can plan this trip here the second week of September, in and out in a day. And Tim, if you're still watching, we will look you up when we get there. And everyone that lives up that way. Well, look, folks, I am out of here. We've been doing this an hour and 40 minutes. I greatly appreciate you being here. We don't take it lightly. You take time out of your life to watch our show. And I'm going to try to bring you more pictures, videos, content, everything relevant to the Bronco on Wednesday nights. And then on our channel, the videos are definitely going to be a lot more, including the new S650 Mustang, the 7th generation Mustang coming out. It'll be announced September 14th. And there's a lot of cool stuff there. Will they keep the Fang look on the GT500? Will you even see that one on the launch? Will you see the GT or the Mach 1? The sky's the limit. So if you're into the Mustangs, you like it, there's a lot of information coming out on that. The car will be revealed. But will they give any more information? And I found out, I kind of butchered my breaking news tonight, but I'm gonna do a video anyway. I did also find out the Bronco Raptor horsepower. It's just like with what we have now with the 2.3 and the 2.7. The initial numbers were based on 87 octane. I've been talking a little long. I need some water. There are a different set of numbers out there for 93 octane, which I said it in a video. There would be. There's no way that a 2.7 would change and not a 3.0, right? The 3.0 is missing the hot gas recirculation. It's direct injection, not dual injection. So there's a few changes, but overall the horsepower rating will be higher with 93. Are they going to announce that like right when they start delivering them? If it were me, it would be something that I would send out on a slow news day, or not purposely for slow news, but to get some attention going. So as things stretch out, I would send it out there to get the excitement back up. Not that it's really waned or anything, but let's see if the official numbers come out. But like I said, we did find that out. So we found out some good information while we were there, and it's just a really good weekend. And congratulations, Ford Motor Company, for having such a great setup. There was, I don't know, 3 or 4 different spots there. There was a huge event there with Jay Leno. They did the sort of the lightning remake of Sam Walton's red and white F-150. There's, of course, the Bronco Raptors, the Raptor R. We actually saw a Raptor R driving up and down the road as well. Trying to think, the Heritage GT500 was there. They had, of course, that Ken Miles paint scheme on a GT. They had the Mach E GT Shelby concept, and then, of course, different Broncos and things like that. And to the Bronco Nation. Bronco Nation had a really nice, like I said, that Friday trip was great. If you're not into that trip, that's fine, but we were, and we enjoyed it. The Bronco Corral, we had some nice parking there. We were able to park up near the Bronco Raptor that they had. Well, they had 2 there, I guess, 2 Code Orange. We had a great time. It was a great experience. So definitely, and it was nice meeting everybody there too, Let's see. John Hans, Overland. Let's see. That's back to that. Bronco 78. Did they have the F-150 Heritage there? If they did, it was up at one of the Ford places or displays that we were there. So, or weren't there. So I don't really know. But all right, everyone, I am out. Thank you for the super chats. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the views. And if you haven't already, if you're watching on replay, please hit that subscribe button. And if you're watching live, do it as well. And whether it's live or replay, we appreciate you. And I can't wait to see you next week with more news. See ya. All right, everyone. Bye.